The story of Jesus and his 12 disciples begins with Jesus embarking on his ministry, gathering ordinary men from diverse backgrounds to follow him and spread his teachings. Each disciple had their own unique origin, skills, and calling. 1. Simon Peter, also known as Peter. Origin: Peter was a fisherman from Bethsaida, but he lived in Capernaum. He was one of the first disciples called by Jesus. Skills: as a fisherman, Peter was hard-working and persistent. He had a strong but impulsive personality. How they met: Jesus met Peter by the Sea of Galilee and called him to be a fisher of men. Peter, along with his brother Andrew, left his nets immediately to follow Jesus. 2. Andrew. Origin: Andrew, Peter's brother, was also a fisherman from Bethsaida. Skills: known for being more reflective and curious, Andrew was actually a disciple of John the Baptist before following Jesus. How they met: Andrew met Jesus after hearing John the Baptist call him the Lamb of God and was one of the first to follow him. He then introduced Peter to Jesus. 3. James, son of Zebedee. Origin: James, also known as James the Greater, was a fisherman from Galilee. Skills: along with his brother John, James had a fiery personality, earning them the nickname Sons of Thunder from Jesus. How they met: Jesus called James while he was mending his fishing nets with his brother John by the Sea of Galilee. John, son of Zebedee. Origin: John was the younger brother of James and a fisherman from Galilee. Skills: he is known for his deep love and devotion to Jesus, often referred to as the beloved disciple. John later wrote the Gospel of John, the Epistles of John, and the Book of Revelation. How they met: John met Jesus alongside his brother James, as they were both called from their fishing boat. 5. Philip. Origin: Philip was from Bethsaida, the same town as Peter and Andrew. Skills: Philip was practical and analytical, always seeking clarity and understanding. He had a questioning mind. How they met: Jesus called Philip directly, and he eagerly followed. Philip then found Nathanael, also known as Bartholomew, and brought him to Jesus. 6. Bartholomew, also known as Nathanael. Origin: Nathanael was from Cana in Galilee. Skills: Bartholomew was known for his honesty and his deep faith, as Jesus called him a true Israelite, in whom there is no deceit. How they met: Nathanael initially doubted Jesus, saying, "Can anything good come from Nazareth?" But after meeting Jesus, who revealed knowledge of him even before they met, Nathanael became a devoted disciple. 7. Matthew, also known as Levi. Origin: Matthew was a tax collector from Capernaum. Skills: as a tax collector, Matthew was skilled in numbers and organization, but he was also despised by many for his association with Roman authorities. How they met: Jesus saw Matthew sitting at the tax collector's booth and called him to follow. Matthew immediately left his job and followed Jesus, hosting a great feast in Jesus' honor. 8. Thomas, also known as Didymus. Origin: Thomas's exact origin is unclear, but he is believed to be from Galilee. Skills: Thomas was known for his skepticism and desire for proof, which earned him the nickname Doubting Thomas. He was, however, deeply loyal and courageous. How they met: Thomas was called by Jesus, though the exact details of their meeting are not mentioned. Despite his doubts, Thomas ultimately proclaimed Jesus as "my Lord and my God" after witnessing his resurrection. 9. James, son of Alphaeus. Origin: James, often referred to as James the Less, was likely from Galilee. Skills: little is known about James's specific skills or personality, but he was one of the quieter disciples, often staying in the background. How they met: while the Bible doesn't detail how Jesus met James, he was chosen to be among the 12. 10. Thaddeus, also known as Jude or Lebbaeus. Origin: Thaddeus, also known as Jude, was possibly from Galilee. Skills: Thaddeus was compassionate and concerned about manifesting Jesus' love and message. How they met: the exact details of how Thaddeus met Jesus are unclear, but he is listed among the chosen 12. 11. Simon the Zealot. Origin: Simon was from Galilee and was a member of the Zealots, a political movement seeking to overthrow Roman rule in Judea. Skills: Simon's zeal for the Jewish law and freedom from Roman rule was his defining characteristic, but he later redirected this passion toward following Jesus. How they met: Jesus called Simon from his revolutionary ways to join his peaceful mission. 12. Judas Iscariot. Origin: Judas was from Kerioth, a town in Judea, making him the only disciple not from Galilee. Skills: Judas was the treasurer for the disciples, handling their finances, but he is most known for betraying Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. How they met: Judas, like the other disciples, was personally called by Jesus, but over time, he became disillusioned and ultimately betrayed him.